Namaste Narasimhaya Pralada Lada Dayani Namaste Narasimhaya Hiranyakashipur Bhakshaha Shilatanka Nakalaye Ito Nasingha Parato Nasingha Yato Yato Yami Tato Nasingha Bahir Nasringo, Ridaye Nasringo, Nishringamadhyam Saranam Prapade. Tabakara Kamala Bade Nakam Adbhuta Singham Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamala Narahari Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nishingadev Jaya Nishingadev Jaya Nishingadev Jaya Nishingadev Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Narahari, Jaya Narahari, Narahari, Jaya Narahari. Jaya Gaura Hare, Gaura Hare, Gaura Hare, Jaya Gaura Hare. Jaya Gaura Hare, Gaura Hare, Jaya Gaura Hare, Jaya Gaura Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Doyonitai, 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 Doyonitai. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. सिंहजी भगवान की, भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की, गौर प्रेमानंदी। ओम वृंदाई तुलसी देवाय प्रिय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रतिदेवी सत्यवचाय नमो नमः। वृंदाई तुलसी देवाय प्रिय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रतिदेवी सत्यवचाय नमो नमः। वृंदाय तुलसी देवाय प्रिय केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रतिदेवी सत्यवचाय नमो नमः। श्रीमती वृंदा देवी तुलसी महारानी की। तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमो। ब्रज राधा कृष्ण सेव पावो हे अभिलाषी। ये तुम्हार शरण लय थार वंश पूर्ण होय। कृपा करि करो तारे वृंदावनवासी। Vilas, vilas kunde diovas. Nayane hari bosada Parasi. Danadaro Sakiranugata Koro Sevayadi Koro Diye Koro Nijodasi. Sevayadi Koro Diye Koro Nijodasi. Brajavasi Vina Krishna Dasi Koi Ejena Mura Hoy. Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sadaye Nabasi. Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sadaye Nabasi. Yani Kani Chapapani Brahmahachadi Kani Cha Kani Kani Pranashante Pradakshina Padi Padi. Mahachadi Kani Cha Kani Kani Pranasanti Pradakshina Padi Padi. Brahmahachadi Kani Cha Kani Kani Pranashanti Pradakshina Padi Padi. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde. Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde. Jayo Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Maharani, Jayo Tulsi Maharani. Jayo Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Maharani, Tulsi Maharani, Jayo Tulsi Maharani. Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde. Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde, Jayo Brinde. Jayo Brinde. Om Brindai Tulasi Devai Preke Sabasucha Vishnu Bhakti Pradidevi Satyavachai Namo Namaha. Brindai Tulasi Devai Preke Sabasucha Vishnu Bhakti Pradidevi Satyavachai Namo Namaha. Beloved of Krishna, my desire is to obtain.
Chaitanya Siksastikam ki jai. Cheto Darpanam Arjanam Pavamahadavagni Nirvapanam Shera Kairavya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipradam Purnam Ritasvadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Nam Kari Bahuda Nicha Sarva Saktis Tadrapitani Mitaksmarani Nakala Etadrisi Tavakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaivam Drisisami Hajanina Anuraga Trinadapi Sunichena Sarurapi Sahistuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Adanam Najanam Sundarim Davitamba Jagadisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatat Bhakti Rahai Tukitai Hai Nandatanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Visame Bhavam Buddho Kripayatava Padapankajastita Dulisat Visam Vichintaya Nayanam Galadasarudharaya Vadanam Gadyadurudaya Jira Pulakai Nisitam Vapu Tavagamagrahane Bhavishyati Yugayitam Nimesena Chaksusapa Vrisayatam Sunyayitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahena Me Aslishyava Padaratam Pinastudmam Adarsananam Mamahato Karotuva Tata Tata Vavidadatu Lampato Matprananatas Tusa Vanaparaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. Shri Chaitanya Siksastikam ki jai. Glories to the Shri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years. There's a repeated birth and death. The Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large, because it raises benediction of all transcendental knowledge, transcendental bliss, and enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, in the name alone, all benediction to living beings. And thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, making oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord honestly. O my Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into this ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. O my Lord, when my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name, when will my voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your holy name? O Govinda, during your separation I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free, unconditionally. Shri Chaitanya Siksastikam ki jai. There are 10 offenses in the matter of chanting the holy names of the Lord that should be avoided, and they are as follows. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who are dedicated to the heart, the name of the Lord. 2. To consider names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to independent names of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna as imagination. 6. To give some mundane interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name of the Lord. 8. To consider the glory of Lord Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities or karma kanda. 9. To instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name, and to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions in this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every day, we Vaishnavas carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema! Now let us offer our most humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just like desire trees that can fulfill the desires of everyone, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vanshakal Patarabhyascha Kripasindubhyemcha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaha Vaishnava Thakur Ki Jai. So today is Lord Nityananda's appearance day, and I think it's very appropriate I can read one pastime of the Lord. This is from the Antya Lila chapter 3. And first of all it says, Lord Nityananda returned to Bengal to preach the cult of bhakti, love of Godhead. He began touring all over the country for 2 purposes: to spread the cult of bhakti and to defeat and subdue the atheists. Lord Nityananda, the most dedicated devotee of the Lord, moved throughout the country. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, as stated in Bhagavad Gita 4.8. Paritranayam sadhanam vinasaya chatuskritam dharma samstar pranartaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Lord Krishna appears in every millennium for 2 purposes, namely to deliver the devotees and to kill the non-devotees. His devotees also have 2 similar purposes: to preach the bhakti cult of Krishna consciousness and to defeat all kinds of agnostics and atheistic demons. Nityananda Prabhu carried out the order of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this way. And those who strictly follow Nityananda Prabhu perform the same activities. There are 2 classes of devotees. One is called Gostyanandi and the other is called Bhajananandi. A devotee who does not preach but always engages in devotional activities is called a Bhajananandi, whereas a devotee who not only is expert in devotional service, but who also preaches the cult of bhakti and defeats all kinds of agnostics is called Gostyanandi. So this is a very important purport by Srila Prabhupada, because first of all, we don't kill agnostics. An agnostic is someone who says, I don't know if God exists or not, but I'm leaving the question open. If someone can convince me, I'll accept. An atheist is a person who says, I don't believe in God, nobody can convince me that he exists, it's all nonsense. So that's the difference between an agnostic and an atheist. So the Mayavadis are actually atheists. And if we don't learn how to convince people like that, the regular atheists, and then there are the Mayavadis, which are the worst because they purposefully blaspheme Krishna. The other atheists, they blaspheme God. Right? They don't even know who God is. But the Mayavadis, they purposely blaspheme Krishna. So they are the worst of the worst. In any case, if we don't learn how to convince people that God exists, then we are not actually following Lord Nityananda. He was able to convince people. And Lord Chaitanya asked him to go to Bengal and preach, especially to the poor people, because they don't have the advantage of having advanced knowledge or education, and many times they're ignored by the Brahmins. So Nityananda is a very special person. He is not an ordinary person in any sense. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's Lord Balaram. But just see what his purpose is. His purpose is to convince people that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Nityananda, who is omniscient because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, came to the house of Ramachandra Khan and sat down on the altar of the Durga Mandapa. Purport. Well-to-do Hindu gentlemen constructed their houses with a place called the Durga Mandapa for the worship of the goddess Durga. There they generally held worship of the goddess every year in the month of Asvina, September, October. Ramachandra Khan possessed such a Durga Mandapa in his residence. Now this Ramachandra Khan is a pretty well-known person because he's the one that insulted Haridas Thakur and tried to make him fall down. So he's not a nobody. He's a very noted demon, right? That's why it says Nityananda, who is omniscient, because he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead, came to the house of Ramachandra Khan and sat down on the altar of the Durga Mandapa. When the Durga Mandapa and courtyard became filled with crowds of men, Ramachandra Khan, who was inside the house, sent his servant to Lord Nityananda. Purport. In those days, and also even now, the palatial buildings of respectable people, especially in the villages of Bengal, were divided into two parts. The inside part was especially meant for the family, and the ladies would live there, unexposed to men. That part was called the Bitara Badi, or inside house. In the outside house, or Bahir Badi, the respectable gentleman received visitors and kept his business office. The Durga Mandapa would be part of the outside house. Thus, when Lord Nityananda entered the outside house, Ramachandra Khan was in the inside house with the members of his family. When Nityananda Prabhu arrived, Ramachandra Khan did not receive him personally, but sent his servant to inform him indirectly to go away. The servant informed Lord Nityananda, "My dear sir, Ramachandra Khan has sent me to accommodate you in some common man's house. You might go to the house of a milkman, for the cow shed is spacious, whereas the space here in the Durga Mandapa is insufficient because you have many followers with you." So all these words are insulting. When Nityananda Prabhu heard the order from the servant of Ramachandra Khan, he became very angry and came out laughing very loudly. He spoke as follows: "Ramachandra Khan has spoken rightly. This place is unfit for me. It is fit for cow-killing meat-eaters." Well, unfortunately, followers of Durga are meat-eaters, usually. They permit, especially in Durga Puja, to eat meat. Having said this, Lord Nityananda stood up and left in an angry mood. To chastise Ramachandra Khan, he did not even stay in that village. We'll see why. Ramachandra Khan ordered the servant to dig up the dirt in the place where Nityananda had sat. To purify the Durga Mandapa temple and the courtyard, Ramachandra Khan sprinkled and smeared it with water mixed with cow dung, but still his mind was unsatisfied. Ramachandra Khan's business was questionable, for he tried to avoid paying income tax to the government. Therefore, the government's minister of finance was angry and came to his residence. So we see there's always a ghost in the closet. people like this, right? Not only they insult Vaishnavas, but they also cheat the government and cheat everybody, right? The Muslim minister made his residence in the Durga Mandapa of Ramachandra Khan. So now Nityananda Prabhu was insulted, and he left, and he said, this is only a place fit for meat eaters, right? So now the Muslim minister comes and establishes himself in the Durga Mandapa of Ramachandra Khan. The Muslim minister made his residence in Durga Mandapa of Ramachandra Khan. He killed a cow and cooked the meat at that very place. He arrested. See, now this is like what the Muslims do to Hindus that they don't like. You know, they purposely will eat cow meat, kill the cow right in this house, and eat the meat right there, right in front of him, as an ultimate insult. Right? In that very room, he cooked the flesh of a cow for 3 consecutive days. Then, the next day, he left, accompanied by his followers. The Muslim minister took away Ramachandra Khan's position, wealth, and followers. For many days, the village remained deserted. Wherever an advanced devotee is insulted for one man's fault, the entire town or place is afflicted. Haridas Thakur, Haridas Thakur walked until he came to the village known as Chandapura. There he stayed at the house of Balaram Acharya. So this is the story of Ramachandra Khan. This shows how serious it is to insult a pure Vaishnava like Haridas Thakur. But it doesn't stop there. A person who's willing to do that will insult many Vaishnavas, even including the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the punishment for that is extremely, let's say, horrible, as we just saw. But the main thing is, we should try and help people, especially poor people. We should help everyone, but especially poor people, because they don't have a chance to have the association of genuine devotees, or to have a chance at proper education. Proper education means Krishna consciousness. So if you look at it like that, everybody is poor today. Everyone is poor. They're poor in knowledge. So our duty is to go out and preach to them and help them, or at least give them prasadam and be kind to them and give them a chance to ask questions about life and the meaning of life. And we should be able to answer them. And we should also not be afraid to challenge atheists and engage them in convincing statements by which they have a doubt in their mind about their atheism. But you can only do that if you leave your comfort zone and come out on Sankirtan. You cannot do that if you stay home all the time. And this is our Sankirtan movement. We should take it seriously. Otherwise, we become complacent. As it says here, there's 2 kinds of devotees, the Gostyanandi and the Bhajananandi. The Bhajananandi stays in one place and just chants Hare Krishna. The Gostyanandi chants Hare Krishna, worships the deity like the Gostyanandi, but also goes out on Sankirtan. And Prabhupada said, everybody must come out on Sankirtan, because this is the Sankirtan movement. And if you consistently don't do it, you are missing the nectar of Krishna consciousness. And that is a great self-deprivation. That's called a uber tapasya. You're over tapasyaing. You should definitely come out on Sankirtan and taste the nectar of spreading the mercy of Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya. As it says in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, that Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda descended from the spiritual world to spread this Harinam Sankirtan. That should be our goal in life, to be a part of that Harinam Sankirtan. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nityananda Rai ki jai, Gaur Premanandi Haribol. So we have class today at 7:30. Agni Dev Prabhu will speak about Nityananda, and I will say a few words also. Hare Krishna. At 7:30. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai.